All right. I grinded, I maxed out all my
What now?
all my archetypes for my main character and what I wanted. So, that Hulkenberg, what I wanted her with. I don't really care about the last one, but everything else, pretty, pretty much wanted. Ismay's royalties maxed out. Well, I could care less about you for Basilio and Juna. I don't plan to use them. Let's go fight Luis.
Yep.
At last.
I'll definitely.
I think that's the end of the game. Let's end this.
I confess, I did not believe you would actually survive the gauntlet.
Oh, please. Think about what you're trying to achieve. Nothing could stop us from getting to you.
I can accept that you hate injustice. Maybe we do share that. But I have to ask, Luis, why go to this extreme? Is it because you're elder? You saw your village destroyed for petty, evil reasons. Is this revenge?
Revenge? Ludicrous. That would accomplish nothing. An entire tribe does not become so derided to the point of genocide by authority figures alone, but by the vice of the society in which that ignorance is born. Indeed, it would be equally petty of me to take only the heads of the few familiar guilty, for my own satisfaction, no less. No, I would not repay injustice with injustice.
Then why? You drew the entire nation into your scheme without hesitation. If not revenge, then what would compel you to such ends?
It is true that I was born in the ancient sanctum, but I never held any fondness for that place. The Elder have long lived in hiding, clutching the truths of the world to themselves alone. A tribe of doors locked
He wanted
and
to
secrets
show
encoded.
the world, I think.
And then, at long last, a man from outside the village came to visit. None other than your father.
That's...
Though royalty, he dreamed that the tribes might stand side by side as equals. And he rejected none of our village's history, however inconvenient to his worldview. I saw him with the eyes of a child. And for the first time, I felt a dream stir. Were there more idealists like him in the world outside? Was my life of hiding at an end? Under the canopy of that gloom-thick forest, all I wanted was to leave and live upon the open plains beneath a wider
That makes
sky.
sense.
As for what happened to the ancient sanctum afterwards, it is a story you've already been told.
It was set aflame and crushed beneath the church's heel. The Sanctist warrior monks and ordinary guardsmen alike, all in the palm of Forden's hand.
Neighbors and kin I'd known all my life were soon nothing but ash on the wind. Too quick to realize their own deaths. I was but a child, trembling before a wall of fire. It was a massacre. It had nothing to do with any hate on either side, or retaliation for any perceived offense. It was only pure injustice, a selfish act of devastation. One thought alone burned in my mind. I would never let it happen again.
It was tragic.
Thus, I choose to make this a land of eternal, perfect equality, even should it cost my life. I shall return the anxieties endowed upon this scepter, and let it be heard. To burden others with your own fears and responsibilities is cowardice. My royal magic shall craft a world where that cannot be. Such cowardice dies.
What a lonely way to see things. That's what turned you so cold-blooded, eh? First I've heard of it, but
Sorry. Means we got all the more reason to kill ya.
Luis! You're not describing a nation that condemns evil. You're describing a nation that's entirely blind to it. A land of amoral
that's
beasts,
not any better.
people.
Honestly, it's worse.
In the end, I think you're still trapped. You've been stuck in that night of flames all your life. You don't trust anyone. That's why you can only imagine a world apart from you. Unless you can face that anxiety within yourself, then you're no different from everyone you've rejected.
So be it. From the beginning, I have championed world order determined by power. All that remains is for me to realize my truth by burying you beneath it. You are not the sole wielders of these lost archetypes. I am Luis, bearer of the royal scepter. With only a thought, the power of kings is mine to command.
What?
Behold, and I will reveal the secrets still beyond you.
Whoa.
Come,
Shit.
we decide our world's future. Our land is consumed with anxiety as it has never been before. All of it, foundation for my new, better world. You are but an audience, powerless to tread on history's stage.
We fight for your ideal world. Here and now. We'll take him down.
Who's scared?
Face me! Some darker arts.
Vitus power.
Oh, the heroes cry. Pop that off. Get an icon.
Give me your aid.
Join with me.
Power support you.
I'll use
Why
what I
did I
must.
take 3?
The magic seeds.
Take this! Run from
Yes.
your fate.
Captain?
Damn.
Warrior.
Get fucked, man.
Let's do this.
On target. Nice one, Stroll.
God damn.
Comrades, lend me your strength. Not this skill. Knight! Behold! We stand together for all that we strive for! As the point of a sword!
Face me!
Lend me your strength. Maybe I won't hold back. This is it. Still up? After me. Well. Die hard.
God, I almost
Very
got him
good.
killed in
By
two
all
moves.
means, challenge me.
2 rounds.
I will face your convictions head on and crush them. This is but my first step towards my ideal world. There is no hope for you. Take this!
Damn.
Knight! I'll run you through!
Hate that. Okay.
I do not fear
Anticlimactic.
death. And yet,
I think we've won this one.
so the power I have now is not enough. The Magla drawn to the royal scepter has faded more than I expected. Just as I thought. I would be a fool to underestimate you, but I made a decision that day.
How are we doing on round 2?
Even if history remembers me as a destructor king, I will put an end to the injustices of this world.
What? What are you?
I commend you. Clearly no half measures will do. If I'm to take your lives, I must stake my own, and all its power.
Damn! We can't get close!
He's gonna make himself a human.
I have a vision, and you will interfere with it no longer. Ah, wait!
Well, it's his fucking
It's his
Skyrim.
gauntlet runner.
Luis still has the royal scepter. If we let him buy time, there's no telling what he'll do.
Bloody hell! We can't even go after him.
There's no time to go back down to land and reorganize. We'll do whatever it takes to get that scepter back before the dawn.
Ah, everyone! That bastard Luis took to his Skyrunner!
Yes, we know. Can you go after him?
It'd be suicide, lad. Oh, suppose it's too late to back down now. Well, I was saving some reserve power for the trip home. But if we're using it here, we're using it here.
Yeah. Can you get back?
Well, chums, batten down the hatches and brace for the storm.
Can't just let Luis escape.
Hop to it now! Get in! I'll just fire up.
Look over there! Enemies! Ugh, of all times. Wait, how many are there? Where did they all come from?
He's trying to slow us down. Ain't like Luis to put off a fight, but I suppose he's too cornered to be picky anymore.
Hold on! The old girl's still barely holding together. She can't take off that quickly.
What do we do?
Your Highness, you get in the runner first. We'll buy you some time for takeoff.
We can fight them together.
No. Even if we get the Skyrunner off the ground, it'll all be for naught. No need to fuss anyway. We'll just kick them around for a bit while preparations are underway. Does that work for everyone else?
Fine. Suppose I'll keep you company.
Had you not suggested it, I would have done so myself.
Alright.
What else are we gonna do? Twiddle our thumbs inside while Norris does all the work.
Nearus, don't let us down now.
Right. I'll get it done, damn it!
Alright, fine. Off I go. Again,
Well,
XP would be nice.
We hold the line! We must endure this.
Hulkenberg!
It's a dragon!
Got it! We're powered!
Not good. They're going for the Skyrunner.
Not on my watch.
Let's wreck him.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sure you want to die next to me, old man? Thought you ate platypus.
Aye, it's true I don't understand you and I never will. But I know I don't hate you, boy.
Nice.
Let's go!
Aye!
Yeah, there's humans flying. Monsters.
We fly!
What? A noble must
Everyone's a suicide, and I'm.
Finally,
Damn.
I've earned my title.
She flies. Straight and steady.
Our kingdom is in your hands, my prince.
Damn.
We gotta go back! They're going to!
We can't go back now.
We have to!
Yeah, we don't have a choice even if
Take
we want
cover
to.
in the back. You made my dreams come true. You and the rest of them. If we live, we'll meet again.
What are you?
Let's fly!
Yeah, he's gonna crash straight into it, ain't he? I wonder if the next time I fight Luis, if I'm going in with full MP. I hope so.
You've lost everything, and yet still here you stand. I must say your audacity is almost admirable. However, you rejected me, and I will not relinquish the royal scepter. Since we cannot come to terms, we can only decide this through battle. I have but one final question. Prince, do you wish to stop me? Or do you wish to be king? What is it you truly...
They're the same thing.
But they are not. The king shouldered the people's pain all he could, and still his paradise never came. You need only look at the kingdom now to see that. But it hardly matters now. My ascension is complete. With my own hands, I will tear
Does he not
apart
stick the
these
scepter
lie-laced
into himself,
dreams
or, like,
and bury the past.
Take it into his being?
Here ends the royal bloodline and the legacy of the archetypes. We stand on the threshold of a new dawn.
I can't listen to any more of this. What new age? What do you know about him? All you do is destroy. You refuse to believe in dreams. That's why you can't believe in anything that's gradual, complicated, and slow to change. All that means is that you give up on everything. You'll never beat us. You're nothing but a coward trying to escape this reality for one you made up.
The time for words
Yeah,
has passed.
he's just a petulant child. That's all he is.
So be it.
Such intense magla!
What the fuck is he doing?
The quintessential force of the archetype. Is this all?
Such strength! How? It's happening so quickly!
Behold! This is the royal scepter's potential. Resist no longer.
Damn.
As I said, I would rather not force needless death upon you. Embrace it once more. Take your true form and become worthy of my new world. You are unfazed by the melancholy. Yet you thirst. Drink deep of the magma.
Not again!
No, fight it! Eh. The guys probably don't fight that off.
What?
Stop.
Am I crushing my own heart? Shit.
Can't be! Wake up! I said wake up! Hey, please,
My obstacles are clear.
The boy
open your eyes!
is no more.
Wake up! Please! You have to wake up.
The book. To the academia I go.
Where? Are you awake now? I summoned you just in time. Do you remember what happened? What you've done? I ripped out my... I'm frankly amazed you would go to such lengths, even to fight back against the spell. If I hadn't saved you, you really would be dead. But rest assured, we're finally safe. As for where we are far, far away from that hellish world. Do you remember the first time we met? I was sure you would find a clue in your journey that might reveal where in the world this place is. So I believed anyway, but I was wrong. From the start. This place is... It was never of that world to begin with. No. Maybe there's a better way to put it. This is a place that exists between reality and fantasy.
I mean,
in other words, the world we've been living in is fantasy. The journey was
so that
all
was
an
like a
illusion.
different timeline, I would imagine.
An illusion? There's nothing but despair in that world. And it will never get better. It's an endless, painful, irredeemable hell. I'd always believed that creating a utopia was possible. And if there was desire, then I thought maybe one day someone would achieve it. But I came to realize I was mistaken. In the end, fantasy is just that. A fantasy. But all that primordial chaos only exists in that world. The world of reality is nothing like that. Really, it's an environment you should know quite well. You've come to know so much of it already. Through text on a page. Now, behold!
Isn't this? Indeed. It's the world I wrote
Okay.
accounts of in my novel.
Until now, you've thought this world a mere fantasy, but it's not.
So the world I know was all an illusion. And the world of the novel is reality?
Surely you already know. There is no deadly magic, no prejudice between its people. Now, all you have to do is admit that everything you've been through has been nothing but a story, just a fantasy. Then
It's
this
an optional.
can be your perfect reality. Your journey of revolution was just a passing dream. Let me take you back to reality, child.
What will happen to my friends?
You don't have to worry. As long as you can accept that this place is real, everyone will be safe. That world is past any point of redemption. Change is impossible. The royal magic was supposed to be the turning point, but it was all for nothing. In the end, people don't want their world to change. They just want someone to be a sponge for their infinite anxieties. That's all. You can't blame Luis for wanting to end that cycle. How could anyone accept that they lived in a world that miserable?
Even so, I don't want to give up on it.
Come on, snap out of it!
What?
The voice.
My.
Calica.
Such disbelief on your face. But once you stop to consider it, the ideas fall apart. Come now. Magic? Some otherworldly force capable of anything, with anxiety as its fuel? A fanciful idea to sustain a fantasy world. Illusion. All of it. Those curiosities in academia, they were there because of the place's connection to true reality. And not even they could endure. You still don't believe me. Why is that?
This place? I know it's not real.
But why? What unfinished business remains in an unwinnable battle? If I hadn't saved you, you would have died there. You don't have to chase your fears and anxieties based on some misguided concept of justice. It was all illusory, and there is no shame in accepting that. Reality is a monolith. Reality is unchangeable. So stay here in Utopia, in the place you loved reading about so much.
This place, it isn't a utopia.
You mean you deny it? Will you deny that the world of the
Most
novels
utopias aren't actually utopia. That's usually that's the whole concept of utopia. It's just a fantastical idea of a world that is perfect. But the thing is, every utopia, for it to be perfect, it has to sacrifice something. That's usually how it ever goes. Usually, that sacrifice is usually pretty bad. And
I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts. Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
The journey, my friends, they were as real as anything I've known.
Why won't you understand? Please, I don't want you to die. I can't lose anything else.
he's remembering.
I see. I understand now. I remember. I had indeed lost everything. Despite my lofty ideals, I lost everything. Academia, the woman I loved, even my only child. Reality isn't just cruel. It's cruel beyond any hope of change. That's why I had wished for someone to strike me down and end my misery.
Who are you?
Me. If I were to call myself by a name you know, my name is Hethlodius V. I once reigned as king. Or I am half of one, to be accurate. I was born of the very magic that split the prince in twain and gave rise to you and this place. No, it is not real. We are inside the book you hold.
Trick me.
It served as your key to visiting me. This was the form of my youth, when first I entered the ancient sanctum. Perhaps it would be best to call me a discarded shadow of idealism. I once took such
so this is
joy
my
and
father.
passion from my ideals. I truly believed that I might end the strife and discrimination that plagued our people across nigh endless years. But the tremendous incomprehension and injustice that defines our world, it was more than I could bear. It broke me. And Luis is likely going through the same thing. I want to save you from that despair. I understand now that I would do this as your father. I could not bear to lose my child a second time. If you stay here, at least you'll be saved. Do you truly still want to leave this place and risk your life to face a reality you can't change?
Yes.
You are on the cusp of dying at Luis's hands. Is that not proof enough that we lack the power to change reality? I can't let you throw your life away against that man. I must stop you. Even if you come to hate me for it. Fantasy is a curse, sweet in seeming. And if I must save you from it, I will teach you what reality is.
Am I gonna fight more now? Yep.
I suppose our promise to travel the world someday is destined to be only another unfulfilled dream. Archetypes embody the power of heroes who sought to change the world. And even having mastered such power against Luis, you could accomplish nothing. I wrote all my ideals into my novel, but my love's death showed me how empty it all was. You cannot sacrifice your one life for an empty dream.
I don't want to turn my back on my ideals.
Why can't you see that those ideals will only invite ruin? If no one else, you must live. That world is beyond your help. Beyond any utopia. You must face reality.
I am facing reality.
This is it!
So you would vainly struggle onward in the real world. The novel I wrote for you seems to have kindled only ideals of naivete in you. Then even my folly has come to haunt you. My mistakes poison your life. As your father, you leave me no choice. I will put an end to this madness.
I didn't expect this turnaround, but it's actually my father.
It was in this story, in this book, where you found your ideals. Haven't you always dreamt of utopia? Why did you resist it now? Why refuse me? This is for your sake. Be reasonable.
And you're dead. Oh, no. Come on.
Why? You were my first reader. You of all people have to understand.
Let's go. I'll cut through.
He's done.
So this is what it means to truly strive toward an ideal. What irony. After I spoke of fulfilling my dream alongside you. What power to see the archetypes brought to such heights in so little time. If you go back now, your ambitions will avail you nothing. You'll only die a dog's death. What is it that drives you so?
You gave up on your hopes, but I will not.
What? You think I chose to give up? Are you this determined to cling to your beliefs? Is that truly what separates us?
It is.
And keeps me confined here? Such power. Can it be? No matter how dire your fate, you never gave up. You surmounted every barrier, gathered and united soul after soul, and now, at last, across 3 nations, 8 tribes, and humankind. To unite heroes across such abyssal divides would require surpassing power. The king of all architects. Is that the role you would seize? A true king in body and soul.
Do you hear me?
Oi! Wake up!
How? Their voices reach you? Even here? It would seem your future is not yours alone to decide.
My friends are waiting for me.
The support and ardor of your allies. Yes. The very power that reveals paths beyond your own perspective. I see. That is whence you draw your power. Neglect anxiety, and magic will lead to ruin. Even before the War of Destruction, the downfall was foretold. Yet still, they met their prophesied end. Perhaps archetypes are the will of humankind of old, left to us. A plea that we learn from their failures, that we might rebuild the future ripped from them.
I have to try. I want to know how far I can go.
Fascinating. Even as you face down the gravest oppression of reality, still you persist. Still you seek the world's unknowns as precious possibility, I see. Well, if you can believe there is more to the story than the end I see, then it is yours to tell. Once you return to reality, this place will surely fade as the dream it is. I, myself, will not be spared. Unlike you, my other half is long gone. And any reunion, lost. But if I truly am the idealized soul and hope of your father, then before I fade, I entrust you with the power of my life. Not as the author more, but as your father, the king.
Nice. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. There's power in fantasy, though. All my soul only did was trail and glories of the past. Perhaps yours was true. My time is more may become, but I can continue to serve you in that role.
Well, now that you say it, welcome.
Much I can do.
Most unfortunate. You have my deepest gratitude. All right. All right.
There you go.
However,
Listen, I am dreaming on pouches well. My own true tale fantasy.
the kingdom rests in your hands now. If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality.
Hell yeah.
Now, onward, O King of a new dawn!
Everyone! He's awake!
Is he all right?
Thank the stars.
Huh. Considering it was we who engaged Amata's gambit, this must be rather humorous to him.
We pulled through, thanks to Neurus. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
Well, don't leave out Heismay. Wouldn't have expected his wings to be so handy.
Never again.
We're in good shape. Our wounds have already healed. It was all so fast. I'm still a little shocked.
My power is king.
True. It's bound to be everyone hoping the best for us below. Like what Luis did. Only the magic working in reverse.
What?
Luis.
Why? Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
I don't know.
Luis! The world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know, all this talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change. I have to. Singing and believing aren't so far apart, right? Even then, my songs touched you too. I know they did.
Well, yeah.
After I'd idealized my death more than I ever did my life, thanks to a chance encounter, everything changed for me. Now I can hope for the best, without fearing for the worst. The possibilities are endless. If you ask me, that's what magic is.
Luis, you got all these people who believe in you, because you gave them a shred of hope. And now, you want to crush that hope. Maybe you're the one who's scared. Deep down, you're afraid to admit to yourself, you're the one who's hopeless now.
Luis, the fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elder Tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our dreams into realities, we have to trust each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasies? I will never let injustice be repeated. Never again!
What's happening to him? transforming yet again.
His aura is entirely different. It's a magla burst. Luis is becoming a
He took
human.
too much and
Come on then! No choice now. We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Let's go then! This is our final battle!
Again, the world must be shattered, and again it must be rebuilt anew. You will die in tribute to my ideals, Prince.
We will win this! For the sake of our world!
Thief! Some darker arts.
Behold.
Prince!
it up with Healer's Cry.
Let's make an end of it!
By the sworn oath
Looks
of
like
knighthood.
we can't brute force through this one.
Knight! Burst forth!
Be neither. I'll use what I must.
Let's go. The magic seed.
Nice hit! That was
Oh,
perfect!
solid.
Do this!
Right on target! Nice one, Stroll!
Oh, bolts of lightning!
Let us clean. Now accept your fate.
I won't hold back. This is it.
Give in to anxiety.
You Visor.
Now that's finesse! Beautiful dodge, Heisman!
Warrior! What am after me?
Oh, power of heroes! Are you
Heal.
all right?
That helped.
My thanks.
Quite a boon.
The hits we did sustain were pretty rough.
Let's go. The magic seed.
I see your game.
Still, you defy me.
I hate how the repel does like no damage.
No holding back. Perhaps give me your aid.
By the knight! I will not let you die.
Helpful as ever.
My thanks. Huh. Perhaps this suits. Some darker arts.
I won't hold back. This is it.
Big hit. Heisman got hit there.
I call upon royal power within.
With blade in hand! Not this one.
Do I have? Ah, I did.
Justice
Let's do that.
Huh. Face me. Rancor.
Prince. The magic seed.
I can't. Let's get on with it.
Damn.
Bloody hell.
Knight! Are you alright?
I knew you'd help.
Alright.
My thanks.
Oh.
My thanks.
The world of old and its people.
I need.
Oh
the
shit, I
vanguard.
didn't realize that. 'Cause
I'll use what I must. Die!
Let's stay calm. Prince. Maybe not. Take it.
There you go.
Let's make an end of it. Its ideals have no
You can
meaning.
do that.
Right on target. Nice
Is everyone
one,
all right?
Stroll.
Come! No. Join with me! Not let justice prevail! As the point of the sword!
Smite him,
Perhaps this
Hulkenberg!
some darker arts.
One's popping off.
I have to help everyone. I can protect us. Hulkenberg, you've got several ailments slowing you down.
Okay. Kind
Come
of.
forth, royal soul. This is it.
In the name of justice, let's get on with it.
We'll combine
Die hard. There is no power in your
With
fantasy.
blade in hand! Not now.
Let's get the Dragon Blood sap and
Helpful
scroll.
as ever.
You think yourself equal to a I show no apologies. Would you finish it?
Lend me your strength.
Strike true!
A tough one.
My strength.
So fight a losing battle.
Fine.
Hulkenberg,
Are you prepared?
several ailments slowing you down.
Let my power
Right on
support you.
target.
I
Nice one,
stand
Stroll.
ready. Come! Healing
America. Heal
No,
everyone.
thanks.
Much thanks. Be neither timid. Oh, power of kings. Commendable bearing.
Vitus power. The magic seed is still here.
Let's do this.
It's up to you now.
Observe the enemy. Here!
He knew you'd
I
help.
could use
world
MP
of
back.
old. And its
Apologies. Would you?
You struggle in vain. Your fantasy has no meaning whatsoever. Shatter! Still you define me.
Miss.
Hulkenberg,
I'm all
you've got
prepared.
several ailments slowing you down.
Hold nothing back!
Still up?
Let's get on with it.
Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
Fucking big ass hit there.
Let justice prevail! I'll they yet cling to life.
Face me! Formidable indeed.
There is no power in your fantasy.
A tough one.
Almost got the second master destroyed.
The inequities of the world can only be cleansed if the strong subsume the weak. Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
What? Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're puppets? I'm sensing deadly magla in the puppets.
Moving to the rear.
Attack
Time
him
to go
before he swallows
offensive.
more.
Let's do this.
You can do that.
Not done yet.
Come! As the still standing, I
Hide
see.
me! They've dropped your defenses.
There's a better way. I was saving this.
Helpful as ever.
We might
I'm
need that.
obliged.
I need to make sure everyone's health is top notch.
Let's go. The magic seed.
Puppet magla's fading.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Heisme, they've
I I shall vanquish evil. Give me your aid! Tougher than I thought.
The puppet's
By the
back was
swat-
fading!
Let justice prevail.
Remember,
My strike.
hold yourself together!
Commendable bearing.
Alright. Use up all my items I got.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Lend me your strength. Vitus power. Still here?
Let's do this!
The puppet's magless fading!
My perfect world! Not yet.
Ah, we still have another battle. Oh my god, I'm out of like
You will
MP.
be a sacrifice. You will sustain the strong, O weak one.
His Magla has gone out of control. At this rate, even a man of Luis's mental strength would lose his grip on sanity.
In the end, even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die.
If he saw a threat in our...
You can't just believe in nothing! Nobody can rely on themselves alone. It's a pitiful way to live, and it's time.
Luis Guiaban! Here and now, I will strike you down.
Okay, it's time to do this! Give us our final call to arms!
Come on, everyone.
This is our last chance. We've come this far. We
Now
have to end
accept
this
your
here and
fate.
now.
Yeah. I need fucking mana.
No. No.
I won't hold back.
Let's get on with it!
And its ideals have no need.
Is everyone all right?
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Knight! I'll run you through!
Mustanga!
Vitus power. This is it.
Give me your aid!
Oh my god.
Feel true terror. Give in to anxiety.
It's fading.
A blunder!
His aura's overpowering! It's making it harder to fight! Just
the point of the sword!
Perhaps. Then again.
Shit.
This should work.
Helpful as ever.
Prince! The magic seed!
Damn.
How vexing.
Paisme, that's a lot of ailments! Be careful out there, okay?
I owe you.
Quite a boon.
There is no power in your fantasy.
Allow me to
Helpful
use
as ever.
this.
Let's go. This is it.
Now, warrior! Not now. Here!
There is no power
Knight!
in your
Yeah, we got him to the
fantasy.
point where he can use his attack
I'll
again.
run you through!
Why? Why can you not understand my ideal? Oh, please!
I see your game.
That's finesse! Beautiful dodge, Heisman!
This should work.
3%.
My thanks.
Using up all my HP stuff.
Behold, I won't hold back!
Heisman
Let's get on with
has
it.
a lot of ailments. Be careful out there, okay?
Damn, okay. Getting them low.
Hold yourself
You
together.
think yourself equal to a Ujief's agility? Allow me to
Helpful
use
as ever.
this.
A world born of fantasy. It must not be. Feel true.
High pressure.
You fight a losing battle.
His aura's overpowering.
Got
It's making it harder to
the
fight.
magic seed still up.
Just hold on.
Hold on. This calls for one of these.
Observe. Knight! I will not let you die.
I owe you.
Much thanks.
Why has it come to this?
Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back.
I was saving this.
Remove his buffs so we can do damage.
Result, a foolish people shackled by insecurity. Be gone.
What's happening?
Please, you defy me.
Take it!
Took care of it.
I shall fight as the noble I am. This should work.
Why has it come to this?
There!
Thanks. My thanks.
Quite a boon. Let us clean up this mess. This should work.
Helpful as ever.
Why?
Let's go! This is it! A tough
Big
one.
hit.
Be gone.
Down. Get her back up.
My strength.
That is wild.
I see your game.
Finesse. Beautiful dodge, Heisman.
Not now. After me!
You can do this!
Got him. Ah. That's the XP sound.
But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Dawn breaks.
Hell yeah.
Look! He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
Does this mean he's won? I'm not dreaming this.
He did it.
Not yet. I have my ideals.
Witness!
I can't do another fight. I have no MP. Oh, no, it's a cutscene. Okay.
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world!
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You've wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following in their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
Your fantasy is naught but lies!
What? What's going on?
Boom.
Now, die!
We know. Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Damn.
Damn you!
Fucking mecha battle. The scepter is destroyed as well. That was a fucking battle. My god.
That must be the Lord that governs Utopia in all worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king. I see. At long last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety. A harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
The people have chosen my son. With that, my tremendous gamble hath borne fruit. Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
And now, the novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
This voice... could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul.
Oh, his wife. That's just been talking
I became an
to
immaterial
us.
being among the fairies. I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much. Now, that boy has grasped the courage of a warrior. All dragons who still roamed the continent have fallen by his hand. For what greater embodiment of the impossible is there than a dragon? And he now possesses the power and will to quell those forces.
I see. Then he is not so weak a child that I must hold his hand. I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn, and you.
This crown looks like it's made out of cardboard. It's hilarious
Once they
to me.
took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him. And so I placed my faith in the royal magic. I believe that if this world would choose him,
They did his crown so dirty with this art
This shall
style.
do. That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over. The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within, provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown. Reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
this isn't about the throne anymore. It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy, and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins.
Nice.
Heed me, all people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks, and the appointed hour hath come.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed. They who have overcome this fierce contest. The throne's new sovereign, I now reveal. Behold, your new king of your kingdom united.
Look! It's him! Yeah!
Yay! Look, that's him, isn't it? He won!
He certainly did, love. He really did. Oh, I still can't believe it. That boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Camp Louis.
You can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up!
Oh my god, the Luis supporters. It is what it is.
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the Crown Theocracy's warrior.
Bloody fantastic. They really did it.
Hell yeah.
Quietude descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Boy, coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
Of course, I'm fine.
If you say so. Just do relax your shoulders once you're out there, eh?
We've all made due arrangements. You can trust in us. Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. Ah, but I suppose you have outgrown that title. Your Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
By the way, saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
Yeah.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
Yeah, no.
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
We have the power to change the world. All of us. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost. With all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
Still, there are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be brighter.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone.
Absolutely.
We are with you.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it is time to make your first appearance as our king.
Good luck!
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king!
Oh yeah, off I go.
We'll write a warm welcome, please! His Majesty the new king! Your Majesty, you're so young!
Please. My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king,
my monitor.
you can always believe in your own future.
Drink spray. Anyways.
I will make sure of it.
Hell yeah.
A nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach. Will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it. Your attention, please.
Oh, the crown and robes.
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
Oh yeah.
Ah, long have I awaited the arrival of this day. This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for. But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet.
Oh yeah.
1 year has passed since the arrival
Oh.
of the new king.
We get more stuff. I thought that would have been it.
Hey, heard the news? They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario Mountains. Really? I'm impressed. It only took them a year.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, their headmistress is none other than Lady June.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Luis, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researchers' findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned.
Nice.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace. Even the royal knights,
around the people.
Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything, and now he's out on his ear too, and replaced by Sir Jaime Noctul, no less. You believe that? The royal knights, led by a Uchief of all things, though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens. No one's about to complain.
Even Parliament
Well, it sounds
now
like
invites
getting like
citizen representatives to
dialogue
hearings.
of everything's going on.
Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to his young majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
Usually is.
Speaking of His Majesty, I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like...
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
Look over at him. Some fine stuff, man.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
I like a new look.
After all the trouble you took to flee politics. And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises.
I really
that I'll
love
have
the
an
new
eternal
gown.
cluttered desk.
Like the new garb.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load. And there we go.
Damn.
Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless countless times not to leave unannounced.
Oh, all this decoration doesn't suit me. How'd Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery? Your Majesty? Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Apologies, Troll. I'll look for him now.
Wait! I'm coming with you!
Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
And then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up Sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know? Still, it was other Sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Santifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
I've never really been much sure it does like crap and give ice.
Not like it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a sanctor's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
It was good talking to you too.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared.
True.
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them side. Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up on detours.
Fair enough.
No telling how long she'll be. Either way,
that way.
just keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
Phew. So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juna would be back from her expedition today.
I have a few stops left in the city, though.
You do know I practically sprinted out the gates to find you. To settled, I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scandal, surely. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go!
And just like back then.
Hey?
Let's find them.
All right, then.
Yeah, we still had quite a bit to do
Come
yet.
now.
Fucking good. Capture the Royal Guard. Fair enough, yeah. So poor example imagine scan like faces.
Of course.
I get over here past. I will be gaining my pride as a knight to that journey. I was about to wander searching in vain for the prince, and it was through you I learned he yet lived in, and it was your ascent to the throne I supported. Brings back memories. The only reason I could endure the fight to the end. I'm pleased to say the knights of today are nothing like that. They were under Rodan's command. But for the people, and as a champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect your arcane. Yeah. Who stands beside his people and hears their voices in pain and truth. Only let me stay
What
by
do you
your
wanna
side to
do?
do so. Draft up a royal certificate of appointment, tell the world we supply goods. Any recommendations? Afraid we're all sold out. One night lights up with rainbow colors is selling certainly while the store was packed with families and children. Head of Ignite Consortium. I can't help but think that if I had been in a position sooner, it have been prevented. Focus on the
Brigitte.
present.
Yes.
Indeed, I can dwell on the past all I wish, but I won't change it. The future on the other hand. I took up this post after I not would. It will change. Our new king had changed his country for the better, however, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can ever disappear from this world. For them, decline. To that end, I'll continue doing all I possibly can with all that I am, just as you do. By sight, them evidently could not be in this house now. I'm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead. Commit in her name. You should come play with us sometime. I'm sure she remembers you.
What now?
Yeah, okay. I thought that might be something different. It is not.
Lovely, that.
Oh, he's in the
That's
city.
something.
I don't worry, I'm no telltale. Going over how provisional governments are doing, reconvene for the new year. Must
Really?
be things.
Well,
It's annoying we get this right there. Which might use better relations between towns as employment up and overall welfare too. Specialties and wisdom to offer, and we combine our heads. There's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. But you share my feelings so others don't repeat my mistake. Seems alright now.
But of course.
Some lords are like I was once and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious. But with all the proceedings of
again-
dispute, still change our own lives with our own hands makes the process
Brilliant.
much trouble.
Lovely, that.
Lonzo?
Pleasure to see you.
I've seen you come quite out of sneak away from your palatable duties. You're doing out of tumblers now. I didn't notice. Maybe say I'm to display how capable you are commendable. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pots in hopes they might benefit from the country from all. On days work for the royal adjutant to the citizens' council by an ally I made, I should hope. One of my mother would be slightly bit proud to see who I've become. As I always should have. I'd be working hard alongside you.
Now that you mention it,
Tell me to send you his regards. He sends to confess his crimes in his way and trial. You are the one who awakened his conscience.
thank you.
About freely in our true forms.
You alright, mate? Hi there.
Got back in town myself. Long time no see.
Oh, right.
Recon team. It's hard to believe it's been half a year. It's so fantastic. I'm already itching to get back out there. Play cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country isn't allowed tense? fellow tribal bickering seemed quite delicate. Appreciate it. I knew I could trust you with making lives of us Sparrows better than they was. On my cohort, I found jobs and some of them even picked up new skills for me to
See you
at sea
soon,
so
I
long.
hope.
I'll whipped up in a report for you. Do something proper keenish with it, yeah?
But
To feel the wind on your face too, have you? I know how it is. I fancy the old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom. Oh my god. Infrastructure Development Bureau and can research as I please now, but something's missing. If I threw out that stuff, you'll do run the way I do. I know how you
About
feel.
that.
Oh. Perhaps.
I'm grateful for the gracious title you've given to a man who uses clock about modifying gauntlet runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from the ocean to your palatable plates. It'll change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit stuck at the beginning on the development.
Indeed.
I smell another Valakant. I mean, pop back in with armor. I could hardly contain my excitement. I do my traveling like that. Even the relics themselves were better off left untouched. To become the guiding principles of my research, you know. Impacts might have on the world energy who dumps it, but future generations is no engineer at all. I'm a ballad gene, that's how I knew it. What I need is stimulation. Your Majesty, you know, like the soul shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine.
My king.
I'm sure he hasn't changed a bit.
My king.
You know, to say, someone to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll need to clear your diary for me soon. Bring any souvenirs?
Gosh.
Just a guess,
Well.
firstly. My swimmingly prepares are in full swing, we're already processing the missions. By me, of all the people, it'd be the Academy's headmistress, so I was really looking forward to going back into as a songstress. Someone found a little guy in some kind of observatory supposedly used by a king long ago. But he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone. Only to... it's the cat from Academia. The cat feels like fate, you
Speaking
know.
of which.
Yeah, with Meritus. She's well, I
Now
trust.
we're talking.
Yeah.
It's fairly promising about time now.
Hey!
Right to the magic, as you watch. Going to change the world. Was open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted.
Magic.
Wait a sec.
That's a good kitty.
Oh.
Yourself and study. Do you let's start with that maybe? Hajime.
Oh.
Your king is on some personal business, eh? I suppose it's not my business who comes and goes. I'm gonna break myself. But much, they all take their duties quite seriously, much like the captain. Who am I kidding? And that who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming title. There was, of course, some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they become, albeit gradually.
True.
And look at you, grand titles imposed across the nation with no different spread across the tribes. I've realized over the past years just how much a nation is defined by its people, no matter how great a king he alone does that.
However,
And those in rural village. How is Tadari?
Yes.
It's inspired that village to greater heights. It proves that barriers can be broken, that even they could take the first step. Make the trip out of homeward soon enough.
We shall.
Yo. Truth is,
Us stealing finally, but it still happens. But my sources say it's a purpose who is muttering some
Apparently.
nonsense. Can't help but think. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is we fought for peace and we want hell with me and not you for if I wasted this by lazying around.
there.
That's the game of cat and mouse, though. Which I dare say, like you've hardly changed. Shall be more pretentious.
No.
All that royal blending is positively wasted, my friend. What are we to do with you? Actually came out for a bit of a beating myself. Feel it's overwhelming at times, but their lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives.
Thank
you. The Hellions.
That's... no.
Showing me the way they live stable, peaceful lives, thanks to you. Now Blaze Trail, now noise. It's my role as warrior to be the vanguard. Now noise.
Wonderful.
Let's go
That
see her.
reminds me.
She's happy now. I'm sorry, so we can't fancy you right up. It makes sense that I would write a book.
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream. And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Make a trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone. Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we
Fair
were all
enough.
together again, and...
Lady Tuna, did you really come all this way in a runner? Would have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year.
Yeah.
We cannot be too complacent too soon.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit? Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoard?
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really.
Called him a
say,
swine
well,
and
life's
he's
a lot
trying to
easier
thank
now.
us. Hulkenberg.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Huh. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
That is.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Hell yeah.
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
Some days later. I'm taking the runner out.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Never the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your
And
point,
yeah.
lad. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey. Where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your...
Right.
Absolutely.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the royal... And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King. Bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to
Albert
leave the
always
castle.
Fucking
Such
cool.
caprice.
But did we all just get golden
Nurse, don't tell me
weapons
you
from
called
them?
for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this?
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop out?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Fair enough.
I'm glad to hear that, but will that be all right?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us. but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, the people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fear.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
Still, this early into the new year? 'Tis never a dull moment in your...
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? And we'll just have to lead by example.
Move on. Let's go.
Right then.
Earning credits? Question mark?
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? A timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Off we go again.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
Ismay was hiding.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Oh, they brought Maria out.
Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Now credit. Ah, what a game. Oh. I have to do my review video, but I am safe to say it's a 10 out of 10, by the way. Atlas just has a way, you know, of, like, telling a story. Well, this is not Atlas, but you know what I mean. It's kind of a, I don't know. But either way, really, it was a top tier game. So for me, it's either Black Myth Wukong or this for Game of the Year. I feel like this is my Game of the Year for me because it's Black Myth Wukong was good, but it was just good in combat and like visuals. Well, this is like tells a compelling story and everything. Like granted, there's a story in Black Myth Wukong, but I don't know. I think this is better. I don't know. lot. I enjoyed this game a lot. A lot of fun. My throat hurts. I don't know if it's from talking or if it's from something else from being sick, but either way, oh well. This really was a lot of fun. Combat was fun. I think it wasn't bad. Obviously the Persona series was like a basis for this. I don't think Hazme is like my favorite character. And Basilio is like my second favorite. And the music in this game is great too. I don't really have many gripes with the game. Obviously, since this is 10 out of 10 in my book, I mean, there's some things that have been a bit different, but also, I don't know. I just feel like, what? Are you shows on this game? Yeah. The game. The group chat's blowing up. Everyone's excited for PoE too. It's kind of the reason why I kind of bum rushed this and kind of drop playing COD. Granted, I mean, I was on drop playing COD anyways. Like, COD usually gives us like a month or two of like gameplay, and it's kind of an in-betweener game. But I have so many games on my backlog that I want to get through that I probably won't stream COD anymore. Besides for like newer content drops. Like I'm probably gonna play the new zombies map. I don't think I ever streamed playing the second map, which is fine. I played it. Cause I have no one that's wanting to play zombies with me, so it's just kind of it wasn't that interesting for me to play zombies. I used to play zombies for hours. Credits are always super long. I think I'm coming to the end of it. I'm just not sure if there's anything that comes after with the credits. Sometimes some games have like extra cutscenes, so I'm just waiting before I cut it off, you know? Otherwise I would have ended the recording for the moment the credits rolled. Man, this music's so good. Ow, my fucking ear. Keep yanking on my... I like find a good way to position my ears in my headphones because of my new piercing. Not so sure. I thought we were getting to the end of it, but I guess not. I honestly didn't think there would be that much, you know, in between. I thought that I would just fight Luis at that first part, that I would fight him, and it'd be over. I didn't realize it was gonna be a second fight, and then like, I kind of expected it to be like an hour with the cutscenes, but I didn't think there would be like an hour and a half of like additional gameplay. Which is perfectly fine. I didn't mind in the slightest, but it just caught me off guard. Such a good ending too. Be really cool on New Game Plus if you could run the royal garb. Ooh, are we getting to the end now? Oh, it seems like we're still doing a few. Or maybe we are near the end of the credits. Doing producers. Studio Zero. Yeah. It's essentially made by Atlas, but it's a studio under Atlas's umbrella. But either way, Atlas came through and through.
Dear guest, from a world I shall never know. In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you with all my heart. I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Ah, I knew there was gonna be an ending cutscene. Usually is. I have a Skyrun.
Look at that. The rubble's just baked for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideals. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart.
Hell yeah.
Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
That I shall. Fantasy lives on. Oh. Giving you clear data, certain things can transfer over as into a new game. Sometimes with some exceptions. Money, mag, royal riches, can't end playtime. Good data, yes. That's it. How long did it take me to beat? 81 hours. Alright. That was a lot of fun. So thank you guys for watching and join this series with me. I'll be upload this and start working on my review. I'll probably type that up today and probably post it tonight. Probably record it and then post it tonight. Potentially. My wife does have off tomorrow, so it might be uploaded. And so other than that, guys.